All right, Leo, welcome to your February of 2016 Sidereal Astrology forecast. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology, very different from mainstream astrology, which you can find more about down below. All right, Leo, so this month, things still very much unfolding about your life path to follow what's important to you in life. You've had Jupiter in that first house, really expanding your horizons for about the past 7 months, and now the North Node is very much in that second house going into the next 2 years for you. Let me go and back up here to the beginning of the month. Go and follow these transits. So the first half has this conjunction, and I think there's a lot to be applied with what you've learned about yourself over these past roughly 7 months. And it's all sort of reflective right now, of course, since Jupiter is retrograde, so it is good to be kind of malleable and flexible and be willing to experiment with your goals and the things that are important to you, and really with yourself too, learning more about who you are and maybe how you present yourself and things like that. So with that though, with this information through experimenting, you can learn a lot. And it's all supporting this life path for these next 2 years for you to continue to expand your horizons, pursue your goals, and pursue those things that matter to you. So that's going to be the first half. Now, the first major aspect will be on the 5th and 6th. By the way, this is just the major aspects of the month. If you want to see all the aspects, do check out the weeklies where I go into all of them. But here on the 5th and 6th, Venus is going to conjoin up to Jupiter here in your 5th house of self-expression. So with this, Pluto's been transforming your self-expression over the past many years. Maybe your creativity, your playful attitude on life, your house basically. And so now with Venus here coming into this month, you can enjoy, in fact, quite a bit, expressing yourself, creative pursuits, entertainment, things like this. But now with Pluto, especially around the 5th and 6th, it's all about seeing where you can clear out old energies, where there are old unhealthy energies in regards to what you enjoy in life, your interests and things like that need this new transformation. And this happens once a year, usually with Venus, or more, but at least once a year. So it's all about this new renewal process of clearing out the old, clearing out the closet in regards to what are your true interests, what are your true passions, and what is it that you really want to express and share with others. So in that way, it does transform when we are open to change in a much more healthier sense. Now on the 8th, we do have the new moon in Capricorn, so there are new beginnings shaping up for you in regards to your work, or maybe your health, your diet, your routine, your regiments, self-improvement perhaps. Whatever it is here around this time period, planting new seeds with it is always good. And then as the month unfolds, there's more energy for you to culminate and continuously expand upon the routine or your work or whatever it is you're involved with here on this daily level. Now around the 9th, Mars is going to be trining up to Chiron, so we're all probably on some level going to be feeling quite rejuvenated with our motivations. Now your energy levels might be kind of low at the moment because Mars is at the bottom of your chart, your sun's still at the bottom half. So in that sense, it's using this lower energy to focus on communication, to focus on learning, reading, writing, this more, bottom of the chart stuff, lower energy stuff, because that's where Mars is, and that's where you do have, I think, a lot of drive and motivation, and that's a great channel for it. Because usually Mars wants to be active. He wants to be in the 1st house or the 10th house, but here it's about how to channel motivation into what are usually not very what we would think of as motivational things like writing, reading, communicating. So through that you can gain motivation and can be quite inspired, in fact, when channeled into what you might call these practical or intellectual pursuits, or maybe even social pursuits, since the 3rd house is about socializing. So feeling quite healed probably in regards to those areas, in fact, and maybe even involving home and family and your open horizons, since Mars rules your 4th and your 9th. But then here around the 13th and 15th, there is an opportunity to take some of this motivation and put it towards these goals, these inspirations, these things expanding in your 1st house. Mars is going to be sextiling up to that Jupiter North Node conjunction. So very nice here, a lot of energy, a lot of motivation and drive for you to cultivate these new beginnings about you, the things that are important to you. Now on the 14th, the sun does go into Aquarius. So here's where I think things will be shifting for you in terms of your focus towards more of relationships and one-to-one connections. And this is going to be the big emphasis next month once we have the next new moon here, but a definitive awareness, I think, about all relationships, new ones, existing ones, business, romantic, friends, and otherwise. And that's a good area where I think because it is your ruler, you'll just naturally be focused on it, and you can really gain a lot of energy through those interrelationships for the second half. Then also at this time, though, Mercury goes into your 6th, so there is a lot of this, reworking and rehashing maybe that routine, or maybe just more busy on that day-to-day level. So it's good to learn more about it, and I think good to apply some of that self-improvement, especially the second half going into March. And I think that's a good way to cultivate a lot of these new beginnings involving that 6th house of yours. Now on the 17th, Venus is then going to go into that 6th, so you can enjoy it, especially from the 17th onward. Enjoying the routine, enjoying taking care of things, that self-improvement, and maybe even meeting people at work or whatever you do on a daily level with Venus there. Now on the 23rd, Jupiter is going to be opposing up to Chiron, so there could be some healing taking place in regards to those relationships, as there has been, but also with yourself. This axis is all about the self with the first house, which is your own personal goals, your own personal motivations, and then cooperating, working with others, having healthy partnerships. So it's really seeing that they're one and the same. What's really healthy for you is what's healthy for others, or has that cooperation sort of energy. It's never, things are never a zero-sum game. It's not like we ever have to take stuff away from the collective or from someone in order to benefit. The things we really benefit from are when it benefits all. So seeing that bridge and that gap between self and other and cooperation can really help heal your energies. In fact, I think it'll just happen quite naturally. And through that rejuvenation, again, it could be supporting a lot of these new beginnings around pursuing those goals of yours. Now, on the 23rd as well, we do have that full moon, and it will be in your first house. So 6 months ago, you had the new moon here, new beginnings. So now a lot of these are culminating, involving your goals, involving your self-image, or whatever it is that you're motivated towards or have been implementing since that time. So at the very least, an awareness of your goals, an awareness of who you are and what motivates you in life, and that can be, again, channeled into these life path energies. One thing I do want to say with this full moon is that it is going to be forming this T-square up to Saturn, right, with Neptune. So it's, on this regards, is taking it nice and slow, nice and steady. Remember, this year is very constructive and long-term in that sense, and having faith and trust that everything is unfolding in the relationship sphere or with partnerships or whatever in divine timing, and really seeing where you can, again, give and share and contribute to others, because that's really Neptune spiritualizing your 7th house, helping you see the satisfaction in giving and sharing and contributing, etc. So that's going to be the full moon. Then on the 28th, the sun goes over that Neptune, really emphasizing that giving nature of yours. So it's a great time to connect with relationships, have that unconditional energy there, and allow that deeper connection to transpire through new and existing relationships. All right, Leo, so I hope you guys have a great month. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.